stressed are you? How much pressure are you under? Okay, so this video here, I'm going to talk about something very important. I'm going to give you a very, very powerful idea to help you deal with stress in your life, to deal with stress, to deal with pressure, to deal with all these different types of things that we experience as entrepreneurs, as people driving our careers forwards. Just the day-to-day life that we live is filled with stress and with pressure and with tensions. So how can you deal with this? And I want to give you one in this video that certainly helped me. And it starts with, and I can't remember exactly where I read this quote, but this quote is so powerful. And it goes like this. It's a simple sentence. And the sentence goes like this. Cooperate with the inevitable. Cooperate with the inevitable. So let me explain. In your life, as you go about your day, as you go about your life, trying to achieve your goals, your dreams, your visions, you're going to come across situations where things are outside of your control. There's going to be things that happen that stop you from achieving that goal exactly according to your plan. There's going to be things that are in your way, stumbling blocks, things that happen, things outside of your control, unexpected events. And all of these things can really, really sometimes set you into a spiral of stress and tension because they're outside of your control. You don't control them. For example, you get up in the morning and you need to get to a meeting and your car doesn't start. Or you set off on time for that meeting and you're stuck in a traffic jam. Or for example, I'm recording this video now and there's a siren that's coming along and it might be affecting the audio on this video. There's so many things that can actually happen in your day that you don't expect and that you don't plan for, right? Your car doesn't start, your child gets ill. There's unexpected events. There are things outside of your control. And what we can often do is this can lead us to feel a lot of stress, a lot of tension. But the idea is to really, really cooperate with the inevitable, to actually cooperate with the things, or another way of putting it is to cooperate with the things outside of your control. If you don't control something, if it's unexpected, then relax. Like, just accept the things that are outside of your control. Another idea and another thing that certainly helped me, something that I do in my coaching sessions and my workshop sessions is I really break down something called the serenity prayer. I don't know if you've heard of the serenity prayer, and it goes like this. The serenity prayer goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So there's quite a lot involved in that because you've got to first of all know what you control and what you don't control, right? And it's about not stressing about the things you don't have control over. If you're stuck in that traffic jam, you're stuck there. You can't do anything about it, right? If your car doesn't start, your car doesn't start. All you can do is actually fix the problem. But to stress about it, to worry about it, to add tension and pressure and like this mental, what's happening, right? It doesn't help the situation. It doesn't solve the situation that you're in. So you've got to kind of like cooperate with it. You've got to accept. So that first part of the serenity prayer is accept the things you can't change. And courage to change the things you can, which means look for the solution. Don't just, it's not, this video is not just about, just accept the things you can't change and things that are outside of your control, but actually look for the solution. Actively look, okay, what can I do? This has happened, accept it, and then move on to find a solution. The idea is not crying over spilt milk. They say don't cry over spilt milk. Get a mop and mop up the milk. But you sort of sat there crying over the spilt milk or the thing that's happened, the inevitable thing that's happened, doesn't solve it. It makes it worse. So being a solution-focused person is really, really important. And the first stage of that is just accepting whatever's happened. Just accept, right? Don't resist and mentally resist, because that adds a lot of stress and a lot of tension. So serenity prayer is serenity to accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can, which is basically being a solution-focused person. And then the last part of the serenity prayer is the wisdom to know the difference. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. To know the difference between what you control and what you don't control. Think about any event right now in your mind that's stressing you out. Think about something that's causing you worry and tension right now. Now ask yourself this question. Can you control that situation? Do you have control over it? And if the answer to that question is, yes, I do have control over it, then, you can look for solutions. If the answer to that question is, no, actually, this is an inevitable thing, this is something unexpected, this is something outside of my control, then the idea here in this video that I want to give you is to train yourself to actually cooperate with it, to actually have serenity towards it, to actually accept that thing as it is and then move on. Because the stress that we sometimes experience is when we don't cooperate with the natural stops and starts and the unexpected events and all this stuff that happens in our life. We just stress out about these things, and it doesn't help us in any way. So I wanted to give you this idea. Cooperate with the inevitable, cooperate with the things that go wrong in your life, and just flow with it. Don't add mental tension and stress to it. I hope this video has been useful to you. And if you've enjoyed this, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to this channel as well, because I'm going to actually build this up into a fantastic channel that just gives you loads and loads of value. So thank you very much, and see you soon.